What's up, everybody? I'm Brian with Brian's DIY. I want to thank each of y'all for watching my channel here. We're going to go ahead and get the project started here. This is actually a high school dream car of mine that I was actually never able to acquire, whether it be timing or just finding one that was in halfway decent shape. Um, Backstory about myself: I have always been a big automotive enthusiast. I've had 20 plus cars throughout my time. Usually work on everything myself, regardless of make. And from since I've been in high school, I've always been a big fan of Integras and RSXs and different things of that nature. And throughout my time, I've actually never been able to own one myself. So, had a good opportunity to get a decent deal on one after months and months of looking, and just thought it would be bring you guys along on my journey. Basically, I'm just going to be restoring this car, get it to a level where things are everything works and in good shape, and then from there we'll kind of decide how far we want to go. It's a pretty fun car as it is. There's just some cosmetic stuff. I want to get everything kind of reset in terms of the maintenance, and everything like that. And so I want to, like I said, take you all on the journey here. I've had a bunch of different cars, but like I mentioned earlier, just never been able to really find a decent deal on one of these. And so what I ended up purchasing, I have a 2006 Acura RSX Type S. It has higher mileage on it. It has around 180K. Been looking between these and Integras for months now, and finally found a reasonable example that we wanted to kind of put our time and money and effort into. And so what I'll do is just kind of walk you around, see what we're starting with. We haven't even washed the car. We brought it home and kind of had it sitting in the garage until we were able to kind of get some film to show our journey through that process. And so we'll start with just a fresh clean wash after we show the car in its current state now. We'll probably take the interior out, really get the carpets good, and kind of show what our plans are in terms of just restoring this vehicle and get it looking better than ever. And so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and walk around and show you kind of what we're working with. And so, like I mentioned, the outside is pretty straight. Paint's in okay shape, and we'll get some view of the top and the hood. It does have some fading. We'll show that here in a little bit. But overall, it's in good shape. It's got the Enki RFP ones. You see here the deck lid spoiler has a cut in that. So in another video, we're going to go ahead and just remove that. But the body lines are pretty straight. Nothing, no crazy dents. As you see here, some of that clear coat has some fade. Let me know in the comments if you think that could be corrected out. I don't think it could, but here's the hood too. So we've got some of that fade there. Of course, got our Honda JDM front badge there. I might change that back to Acura if I can find a decent deal on one. But the headlights are in good shape. The interior is in pretty nice shape as well. It has it's all intact. It's not gutted or anything like that. Has the split in the driver's side seat there, and then there's some cuts there in the passenger seat, but overall in halfway decent shape. Mid back of the interior is in great shape. No rips or tears back there. We have a aftermarket shifter. I want to find a way to get a boot on that eventually. I know some people just don't mind leaving it that way, but my preference is to put that stock boot back on so we can maybe adjust or replace that. Actually need to unlock this. So when you get that unlocked, I'll show you the back trunk area. It's all intact, like I mentioned. So a lot of these I was looking at prior were kind of gutted, and just didn't want to go through the hassle of finding all the parts to get that back together. And so everything is kind of put in place back here. The previous owner installed the aftermarket subwoofer. We'll kind of dig into that a little bit later, but in good shape back there. No rust in the spare tire area either. Under the hood, the previous owner didn't know too much about what was going on here. This is kind of done before his time. There was some aftermarket goodies here. We had obviously the stock K20Z1. It does have a Civic Type R transmission from 07 to 2011 JDM version. It's got some goodies such as the blocks racing coil packs, the hybrid racing fuel rail there, as you see, an RBC intake manifold, a Skunk 2 throttle body there with a K-tuned spacer, We got a skunk tube, battery tie down, and of course that AEM cold air intake there as well. So some aftermarket goodies. I think, oh yeah, and the CSF radiator there. So some pretty nice parts actually that previous owner had done. I believe it has some kind of tune. We'll kind of dig into that a little bit later. VTEC kicks in a little bit more than stock, so definitely a good starting point here. But yeah, I'm excited to get this project going, and I appreciate y'all watching.